Guess it's working. No way of knowing. I think I posted the wrong link in Discord. The only way I do this is winging it. There. Good enough. Good enough for who it's for. Okay, everyone. Welcome to the chat, live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. That's from our sponsors, youtube.com. It's week 6 of the GLFFL fantasy football season. It is the 6th pre-wind of the season, or is it the 5th? It's the 5th because it would have come after week 1. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's keeping track. We have a thing that we do every week, a little rundown that I follow, and it's to start by reviewing week 5 results. So I guess that's what we're going to do. And let's start at the bottom. Patty Cakes versus Robo Pearson, lowest scoring matchup of the week and the biggest blowout of the week. So go figure. But Patty Cakes stays in the playoff hunt, sending Robo Pearson to 0-5. Not a lot to say about that matchup. Moving on, Timken Terrors. In rare fashion, they score a bunch of points and they win. They improved to 3-2. Big win by the Timken Terrors over the new and improved Jungle Humpers. Starting the theme of the week. Going on to the next score, Drunk Santa. Good week, 150 points, just missed the high score. Doobie Ashtray, in Timken Terrors fashion, having their best week of the season and losing, dropping them to 0-5. Heartbreaker there. You finally bounce back, still lose. Way to go, Drunk Santa, I suppose. Cooter's Crew moves to 4-1. They're in second place, as you can see. Well, not their strongest performance, but it was enough to take down the Schmidt Show. They had some big guns on bye. We will talk more about that later. And then high score of the week. Don't need to talk too much about it. Second high score in a row. Life finds Elway beating down Ditka in a box. And Ditka in a box, also a solid week. But the matchup is what counts. And that takes me to my pre-grid of the week. There wasn't any individual player, really. You know, Ramondre Stevenson and Xavier Worthy were on the bench of Ditka, but I don't think that would have changed the outcome of the game. So the pre-grid of the week this week is the schedule, the fantasy football schedule for the GLFFL. You had 3 teams scoring 120-plus points, or almost 120-plus points in the case of new and improved Jungle Humpers. 2 of them 130-plus and losing. So just a matter of bad luck. Bad luck week, but a lot of scoring this week. A lot of exciting games in the NFL. A lot of fantasy scoring. So that was good. You know, we like that. Moving on. Let's look at the standings. Life finds Elway, Cooter's Crew, Drunk Santa sitting at the top, 5-0, 2-4-1 teams. Fourth place, Timken Terrors moving up. They're at 3-2. I believe they're now the second highest scoring team in the league. Go figure. They just love to score lots of points and get just a couple wins. Fifth place, new and improved Jungle Humpers at 3-2. Schmidt Show after starting 3-0, a rough couple of weeks, but they're still in the playoff picture, obviously, at the 6th spot. Patty Cakes improving to 2-3. They move up to the 7th spot. And 8, 9, and 10, a combined 1-14. Pretty rough there at the bottom. Statistically, season is not over, and more on that later as well. But that takes me to my oh shit stat of the week. You know what's really funny is I've had a typo in this that says, oh shit, state of the week, and I've never corrected it. So one of these days I'm going to have a Ron Burgundy and say state. Anyways, oh shit, stat of the week. Joe Flacco, who was the QB4 on the week for Drunk Santa in week 5, has scored 10 more fantasy points on the season than Will Levis, which may sound reasonable, but Will Levis has started 4 games, and Joe Flacco has only started 2 games. So pretty embarrassing season thus far for the Tennessee Titans. And Will Levis. Who's the idiot that kept Will Levis? What a dumbass. Probably some moron that's in first place. But let's look at next week's matchups, or this week's matchups. Starting off with the big one, the Schmidt Show versus Life Finds Elway. The Schmidt Show is a dangerous matchup here for Life Finds Elway because they have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Saquon Barkley coming off the bye. Some guys underperformed. Brandon Ayuk looks to be breaking out. So definitely a trap. I would say a trap game here. Just a tough matchup. A really solid roster. The Schmidt Show has had some bad luck the last couple of weeks, so I would not be surprised to see Life Finds Elway getting their first loss of the season this week. This one is not a high-valued matchup. You have a battle of second-place Cooter's Crew and Robo Pearson at 5 and 10, just looking for maybe $20 here or there if they can put together a good week. They did make a trade with yours truly to balance out their roster a little bit, added some depth. A profitable trade for both teams, in my opinion. But I am a biased party, so whatever. Looking ahead at Drunk Santa versus New and Improved Jungle Humpers. This also looks to be a pretty good matchup. New and Improved Jungle Humpers has not set their lineup, but they have some guys coming back, and Joe Mixon. They're going to maybe need to hit the waiver wire to fill in for some bye weeks and injuries. I did see that George Kittle was showing up on the injury report, even though it doesn't say here. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Drunk Santa sitting strong at 4 and 1. Will they continue their momentum? Don't know. Don't care. Patty Cakes and Tim Kinterers. A couple of teams, I think, have a lot of guys on bye as well. Breece Hall has been disappointing for Patty Cakes, so he would hope to see him bounce back along with Mark Andrews to see if they can get the upset over Tim Kinterers. I would imagine Tim Kinterers, if they do lose, they'll still probably score a lot of points. And that's my breakdown of that matchup. And then that takes me to, believe it or not, my matchup of the week. Now, I know what you're saying. It's 1 and 4 versus 0 and 5. But I thought it no better matchup to debut my first ever version of the matchup of the week, which I like to call the Macho matchup of the week. Now, I haven't rehearsed this, but we're going to go with it. Listen up, brothers, because it's about to go down. You got Ditka in a box sitting at 1 and 4, looking like a wounded lion, yeah. But don't count him out, no. And you got Doobie Ashtray, 0 and 5, trying to climb out of the basement like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You dig it. This ain't no ordinary showdown. This is a battle for survival, man. You want to talk playoffs? Don't make me laugh. Oh, no. Because you see, even 7 and 7 or 6 and 8 can punch your ticket, yeah, into that wild, chaotic world called the fantasy football postseason, where dreams live and nightmares die. Oh, yeah. Ditka in a box, you got Patrick Mahomes slinging that pigskin like a gunslinger from the Wild West. Drake London, he's ready to rise up like Big Ben. And don't forget about Kenneth Walker, dealing out reverse suplexes like he's Kurt Angle, starring in Christopher Nolan's 2020 science fiction epic Tenet. dig it. But they ain't the only ones with power in their corner. No. Doobie Ashtray, I see you with that young buck C.J. Stroud out there proving the doubters wrong every week. Oh, yeah. And then you got DJ Moore and A.J. Brown catching passes like they're plucking stars out of the sky. They say you're winless, but I say you're dangerous. It only takes one win, yeah. Just one to turn the whole season around. And once you're in the playoffs, so anything can happen when the cream rises to the top. Oh, yeah. What did you guys think? First ever macho matchup of the week. Not sure if I'm going to do that every week. That took more writing than I'm even embarrassed to say. This afternoon, I spent a lot of time on that. But it was pretty fun, I think. I had a good time performing that for you guys live after a Royals loss. So I hope that cheered everyone up. But let me know what you think in the comments. Should I keep the macho matchup of the week? Okay, we're signing off now. Oh, yeah.